All right. Thank you for coming. I've never seen so many people here to discuss the temporary access license agreement. No. As you know, we have a special evening tonight. We'll talk about that in a second. We actually have 2 meetings tonight, so I just want to give you an overview of what we're going to do. We have to do a public hearing first on the budget. We'll have an open comment for that, but that is meant to be for comments regarding the budget. Then we will open the regular board meeting, and at that time, we'll obviously recognize Commissioner Lacey. So just bear with me while I go through these 2 motions or two activities. If you have a comment that you would like to make regarding the regular board meeting, just pause and wait, if you don't mind, for the second public comment session. All right? So first, with that said, I'd like to start with the public hearing on ordinance 02502, the combined annual budget and appropriations for the Park District of Grange. So we will convene the meeting, and I think I need to ask for a roll call first.
Correct. Commissioner Veer?
Here.
Commissioner Lacey?
Here.
Commissioner Posey?
Here.
Commissioner Weber?
Here.
President Open.
Here. Okay, so as I stated, the purpose of this meeting is to take any public comment on the budget that has been posted for the last 30 days. I would at this time like to open the floor. If anyone does have a public comment specifically to the budget, you're more than welcome to stand, state your name, and share any comment that you have. So I'll open the floor for comments on the budget at this time. Okay, seeing no comments, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Veer?
Yes.
Commissioner Posey?
Yes.
Commissioner Weber?
Yes.
Commissioner Lacey?
Yes.
President Open.
Yes, okay, thank you for that. Next, we will start the regular board meeting of the Park District of Grange, Monday, April 21st, 2025, 6 o'clock p.m.
6:02.
6:02 p.m., thank you. I'll ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Veer?
Here.
Commissioner Lacey?
Yes.
Commissioner Posey?
Here.
Commissioner Weber?
Here.
President Open.
Here. Just an introduction. Again, thank you for coming out and making this night a special night for one of our commissioners. It's lovely to see everyone here in this building that's really at the center of the community. I'm just touched. I really am. I think this is the largest audience I've seen in the 6 years I've been on the board, and Bob, you've been here for 12 maybe, and Lynn's been here just as long. So really wonderful. Well, thank you for the outpouring. Any announcements or changes to the agenda?
One change to the agenda. I did give the board a new agenda tonight, not a new agenda. So when we were printing the agenda, 2 of the action items inadvertently got blended together. So we separated those out. So you'll see now 5 action items instead of 4. Again, they were all published. It was just missing one of those, one of the points. And then we would like to discuss 5.3 before 5.2 as that relates to the budget.
Okay, thank you. Why don't we begin this evening with item 2.1. We have a special recognition tonight, again, for Commissioner Lacey and her many, many years of service at the Park District of Grange. And her service obviously goes well beyond this particular board and this community institution. So I'm actually going to hand over to our executive director, Jenny, who's going to speak to that.
Yeah, so I just want to talk. I've only had the pleasure of knowing Lynn for a short time, but she's been on the board of commissioners here for the Park District since 2011. And she'll be wrapping up. This will be her final meeting tonight, so we are grateful for her being our leader. She's been a dedicated servant to LaGrange, not just the Park District, but overall. And during this process, I learned a bunch of other places where she has dedicated her time. So she's the founder of Lacey Hill Community Outreach with her daughter April, and they provide meals and essential services to homeless, less fortunate families and senior citizens. She works tirelessly to ensure that the most vulnerable neighbors are seen, fed, and heard and cared for. In 2013, she became a minister at Second Baptist Church, and she continues to serve as a committed member of the LaGrange ministerial staff, offering strength, guidance, and faith to the community. She also dedicated 8.5 years, this is from 2010 to 2019, as a board member for Pillars Community Health, supporting an organization that delivers crucial health services, education, and social services to those in need. Who can forget about the pet parade? She's been on that committee since 2013, and in 2022 she was honorary grand marshal. And she's also worked at the post office, the United Postal Service, for 40 years, which I did not know that. So all these items she's done within the community, and we'd like to give you this wonderful plaque to thank you for your service. This is just a small gesture. We could never give you anything big enough for everything that you've done. So we're going to give this to you and thank you for your service.
Guess what? You in a tree. Because yesterday they let me preach. No, I'm going to have a very short speech. First of all, I would like to say thank you. The former board and also the present board. The staff at the park district is great. Whatever you need, you get, they call and remind you and things like that. It is the staff that make things work. The board kind of makes things work, but the staff is the backbone of everything. And not only that, the people that live in the Grange, we got beautiful parks because of you. Each and every one of you come out and visit our park. And one of the sayings is, you do fun because of the park. And I just want to thank Jen.
I'm over here.
A couple of years ago, a woman, I was a woman, but she had proven herself over and over. Every time I go somewhere, I said, what's she doing here? What's she doing? All in the fields, in the parking lot, just digging up things. And I thank her for that. I thank each and every one of you for the work that you do. And then Bob Vera and I have been on the board for quite some time. I did see what our other board members, I guess she left already.
Yes, you left.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very young.
And Brian, I didn't fall in love with him. I fell in love with his family because his family fell in love with me. Asked questions and everything else. I said, okay, he needs to be a board now. He's our president of the board right now. And his kids, when they see me, they're glad to see me and everything like that. And that's the way the Grange works. We work together as a family. We work together when we see things that need. One day we saw some things that we didn't want in the Grange. We called. That morning at 7:30, I got a phone call. Hey, they cleaned up that mess that we told you about. Mm-hmm. So these are the things that we want to continue in the Grange, but we need each and every one of you to help. We need each and every one of you to come on in and do the things that you're supposed to. If you don't live in the Grange, you got a park. Do your park business. I want to thank each and every one of you to take the challenge of doing the things you have done. I have worked with some really great people on the staff and the board members also. So I thank each and every last one of you. Diversity, anytime we had a problem, I put it in their ear, they showed up. 5 or 6 of them. There was people, what are these people coming from? And we work with the village, we work with the police department, we work with everybody. So the park district, we can work together with everybody. But when we call neighborhoods, neighborhoods are having trouble at the different park districts, you see a bunch of people sitting out and they let us know, well, we want it done this way, we want it done that way. And it gets done that way. So the Grange is a great place to work. Grange is a good place to visit. I see a few people with grandkids. Come on out and bring them grandkids. And even, I hate to say, but I will say, the dog park. I didn't want no dog park. I was satisfied with people, because the people wanted the dog park. Guess what? We got a dog park. People enjoy the dog park. So come on out, because we got something for everybody. And I want to say thank you one more time. And most of all, thank you to my family. And I got to say thank you to the Holy Spirit for being a part of my life and letting me do the things I do. So thank you very much. I have a lot of influential people here that I called today, and they're here today. I'm surprised, because it would have been me, I still would have been in bed. But then 4 o'clock, you ready? You ready? Half an hour ago. So thank you for coming out, and keep working hard for it, because we need you. Thank you.
Boy, that's a hard act to follow. We'll move to agenda item 2.2. This is an opportunity for public comments this evening. Just a reminder, if you would like to make a comment, you're welcome to stand and state your name and address. Just some rules of order. You're limited to 3 minutes for your comment. And I'll open the floor if anybody would like to start with a comment this evening.
Hi, I'm Derek Jansen, 4147 Western Avenue in Western Springs. I'm the commissioner for AYSO 300. So obviously you know several of the faces here, but wanted to come introduce myself on behalf of AYSO 300, talk a little bit about what we do here in the community for Grange. If you're not aware, AYSO is a nonprofit organization, volunteer run. Here with my little guy here, parent run. And we've been in the community for, this is our 44th year in the community. AYSO has been running for 61 years, so been a long-standing member here in the local organization or the local community. I want to share just a few numbers in what we have as far as registration goes for Grange specifically. So overall, we have 2,900 kids, 2,954 kids in AYSO 300. Specific to Grange, there are 844 kids that are Grange residents. So that is primarily all of our what we call our core, the no-cut recreational soccer. Those that is from pre-K all the way through high school. Really just want to share what we bring to the community. We offer open play for those kids, so that's a practice and a game every week. And we also offer what we call player clinics. So those are clinics that those kids can attend, have coaching from some of our professional coaches that we have on staff as well too. And that all comes at $145 for fall and spring for those kids. So, really what we do here for AYSO is just try and make soccer accessible, make it fun, and bring it to the community. So a couple of recent numbers, and just want to thank Grange for everything you do to help us and really just make soccer an integral part of Grange. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional comments this evening?
I just have a question. Can Grange Park kids participate?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. We serve Grange Park, Western Springs, Brookfield.
Okay.
Yep.
Any additional comments? All right. Seeing none, let's move on to the consent agenda. I'll be looking for a motion for the approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting, March 10th, 2025, approval of the financial reports dated March 31st, 2025, and approval of the consolidated vouchers dated April 21st, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Veer,
Yes.
Commissioner Weber,
Yes.
Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
Commissioner Lacey, Commissioner Lacey,
Commissioner Lynn.
Lynn.
I got,
Consent agenda?
Yes.
President open.
Yes, very fitting. All right, let's move to agenda item 4.1. We'll start with the director's report this evening.
Perfect. So first I want to just introduce Mike Hay. He is our new general manager of facilities and operations. While this is a replacement position, we have elevated the position to an admin position. We're very excited to have him. He has a lot of experience. He was just at Delnor Hospital in the fitness center. He also has experience at Fox Valley Park District, which is the second largest park district in Illinois, and Geneva Park District. So he's been a great asset so far within 2 weeks. So we're excited to have him on the team and see what he can do. So I think you've all been introduced, so you'll be seeing him around. Just a reminder for the board, your statement of economic interest is due by May 1st. So please make sure to complete those. And also you probably should have received a cybersecurity training. So if you can complete that, if you need help, just let me know and we can get you connected with Novantech if you're having trouble. I did want to give a brief update about the IT outage that we had with the camp registration. So the initial outage had overloaded the server, which caused it to become unresponsive. So since then, what we've done is our IT, we work with Novantech. They have had an in-depth conversation with Vermont Systems, many meetings, and they have, as a result of those meetings, increased the web live agents from 25 to 44, which allows for more concurrent users to browse WebTrack, which is RecTrack online version. The WebTrack page rendering was reduced from 1,000 to 300, which makes the pages quicker for both the server and patrons by decreasing that value. And then also they reduced log generation from verbose to error only, which reduced the amount of processing and hard drive space needed from the server to log and create these files. And then we also did add additional system memory. So we did have our summer registration open. We didn't have any problems. We have base registration, which we did also push back to 10 a.m. To give parents a little bit more time to get their children off to school. And then also Novantech will be available if we need them, but we don't anticipate any problems. Base registration is much smaller than camp. So, because we do it by school. So I just wanted to update the board on that we have taken action to correct that. And then I did want to speak, we were approached on Friday. IPRA's lease is up on September 1st. And they did inform us that they had been exploring some other options. They really aren't there very much anymore. They work remotely a lot or are traveling. So they did say that they found a viable option in Hinsdale. So the lease that we currently offer them is for a lobby space of 984 square feet, office space of 10 offices, which is 1,281 square feet, for total square footage of 2,265 square feet, plus an additional 500 square feet of storage in our large storage area. So their current rent that they pay is $4,440.32, plus they pay $25 for phone service. So they pay that per month. We go up CPI every year. So their new rent would be $4,543 plus the $25 for the phone service. So this breaks down to per square footage. It's about $24 per square foot, which some research that we did. And again, we just learned this on Friday, so we've been working as quickly as we can to get the information. Grange rental space for office space appears to be approximately $21 to $25 per square foot. Their lease includes water, electric, gas, phone system, garbage removal, shared bathrooms with toiletries included, indoor parking, a water cooler that we pay for, access to meeting space for themselves and large meetings with other park districts, They utilize the walking track for exercise, and other common areas are available for their use. And they receive 50% off resident fitness memberships if they would like to join. And then we also have a space in our server area for their IT needs. So they have their server in a different location outside of all the storage space. So they have requested us to reduce their rent to $3,400 a month to move forward with a new lease, which would bring it down to $18 per square foot. So staff kind of poked around at what we could do. We do feel like $3,400 for all the amenities and benefits that they're getting, including utilities, is maybe not quite enough for that space. It is a large space. I'm not sure if you have seen the space. I did bring pictures. If you want to pass those down. I'm sorry.
Does it take one pass one?
Yeah, take one and pass one. So this is IPRA space, just in case you haven't been in the area. And then this is one of the solutions that we came up with is we have a smaller area of office space if they'd like their rent reduced, which includes 7 offices. And the square footage on that is, there's 866 square feet, 706 square feet of that would be the offices, and then there's a hallway, which is 160 square feet. So that's currently where our staff is. So if they wanted a reduced space, we could consider switching spaces with them. So our staff would move upstairs and they could move into those 7 offices. They would have access to the kitchen when available if they needed to eat their lunches, meeting space when available, still pay utilities, and we would increase the phones from $25 per month to $100 per month. Our phone is currently, we currently pay, Jamie?
Monthly, it's $1,342.
Yeah.
And of that, they pay $25.
Yeah,
That's for all the phones in the building or just, okay.
yeah.
And how many phones do they have? Curiosity.
So total bill for phones that we have combined is 51. They utilize 10 of those lines.
So they have about 20% of the phones in the building? Okay.
So, and then they also have garage access. This proposal would remove the garage access. That was one of the components we were looking at anyways with the new lease, because we are now obtaining new equipment for our needs. So that was kind of what we were thinking as a compromise to try to reduce their rent, while keeping them in the building. And if they weren't interested in that, then we still felt that our staff could move upstairs and we could look at some different revenue generation ideas for those 7 offices. So one of the ideas we had, Jamie and I brainstormed, and Jamie came up with some great ideas, looking at maybe nutrition or massage therapy, also hydro massages within those rooms because they're connected right off the fitness center. Or other options would be we could do an RFP for a physical therapist to come in and utilize those offices along with the fitness center. So we do have some different options if IPRA does choose to move out. But we thought that the proposal with the switch space to reduce their rent was a good option for us.
Are you looking for comments from us on this?
We're looking for a consensus on direction. So this is a board-approved lease. So we would need to know some direction to go back to them. If the board, we're recommending the switch of offices for the lower rent, if they want to stay there. And then they would also keep their 500 square feet of space. If they move out, they did request to still keep that 500 square feet of space. It's mainly for their conference items, for their IPRA conference items. And in exchange for that, we would still get, the lease does give us 10 free IPRA memberships. So they said we kind of a barter, right? And then they would come and get their stuff once a year during that time. So we felt that would be okay if they did choose to move out. We obviously want to have a good partnership with IPRA. We would probably ask for 12 memberships though, as our staff is growing. So we would ask for 12 memberships.
What was the price for the alternative office space? And was it in per square foot as well on the first floor that you offered or are thinking of offering? You said you were going to offer them the other office space, but I didn't hear the price you wanted to offer them at.
$3,400. So that it does come in at about
So their price.
yes, at what their budgeted
Yeah.
price.
Yeah.
So and obviously I think that came in. We said about 28 or 29.
28 and change, so we rounded it about $29 per square foot.
So so that would be maybe a little bit higher, but we did feel with everything they're getting, it's still
I mean,
a
we're
pretty good
covering
value.
utilities, and, you know, utilities right now are going up. We're gonna discuss utility
Electric,
options,
yeah.
electric options later in the board packet, but all utility expenses are going up across the board, and that's included in. So, I mean, they're still getting at $29, almost $29 a square foot. It's still a pretty fair price, I believe.
And the first floor that you're thinking of, is it just,
Oh, here, I brought pictures. Here you go.
is it just
It's
when
just-
you walk in, just the right side, not
Yes.
the left side?
Yes. So I did bring some pictures. So this is our current staff space. So we have 7 staff in the hallway. And I did put some pictures of their offices. You know, they are a little bit smaller. So this is the environment our staff are working in. So if we could get our staff out and upstairs, you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
So I guess my biggest concern here would be, this is another entity. It's outside of the Park District of Grange. It's not funded, as I understand it, by our local tax revenue.
Correct.
So I do have a little bit of a concern about, how do I say this? I don't want to subsidize another entity with local taxpayer dollars. So I feel like if there is a rate, a kind of a going market rate for square footage in the village, I feel like at least we should be charging that for the space. That seems fair.
Well, it sounds like, if I understood correctly, by moving them to the smaller space, we're getting more per square foot. We're getting, if what I heard was $21 is sort of the
21 to
market
25.
to 25, and that if we move them downstairs, we would be getting $29. So it's above market. So in that case, it sounds like it would be.
It's above market, but I'm also hearing there's a lot of other perks that you're not going to get if you rent a raw space somewhere else.
True.
So I don't know that that's necessarily out of line, if you will. I don't want to negotiate the final price here, but I think from your strategy, it makes sense to do the move, from my view.
Yeah, I'm in favor, I would be in favor of exploring the move. My follow-up question was, okay, well, if they don't take that and choose to move out, what do we do with the space? It sounds like there's a plan that's in line with the Park District mission.
Yes.
So I would support that. And I hear what you're saying, Brian, but I feel like that could be a goal moving forward, or a goal to discuss moving forward. But right now, there isn't a plan for the space. There's a theoretical idea of what can be used. And so I think the more fiscally responsible is to listen to what they're saying, but then get as much as we can from and have a better use of this space. This does seem to be a more open working environment.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it would be, meaning the upstairs space would be a more, just visually, just from the photographs. And I've been in the offices in the back. When I see this large open space, that seems like, okay, that would be a good place to talk about park business.
Yeah.
So I think logistically, it's probably better for the Park District just in that sense alone. So there's a long answer to say I'm in favor of exploring
Okay.
moving them at the rate that you're proposing.
Okay. And keep in mind, if we can get consensus, we'll bring this back to IPRA and there would be an agreement, right? You'd have to approve an agreement. So they can choose to say, no, we're not interested in this. So I just want the board to be very clear. If we do propose this, that is a potential. They may say, nope, we're gonna end our lease. And they did say they might need a couple extra months, which would be fine, right? So I just want to make very clear that we can propose this. There would be an agreement if they agree, but they could choose to move.
Can you remind me when the lease is up?
April. August 31st, so September 1.
I think it's a sound strategy right now.
Okay. Chris, Lynn?
I'm gonna schedule some time to come look around the building.
Okay.
I can't imagine this area or this other area. I've never been down there.
Okay.
But whatever, I'm leaning towards, move to the smaller space, take advantage of the space.
Okay. You're going to go? Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like we have consensus to move forward with that then.
Proposal to.
Yep, with that
Okay.
proposal. Okay,
Perfect, thank you.
excellent.
I don't have anything else unless there's any questions regarding my report.
No. So why don't we move to, any other questions for Jenny? All right, why don't we move to the recreation report?
Kevin is not here tonight. I'm happy to answer any, or actually it's Jamie. Jamie's next.
Oh, did I do it in the wrong order again?
Yeah.
I was so excited about your award there, I just skipped over it. Jamie, why don't you give us an update on finance?
Yeah, I just want to point out that the district's annual comprehensive financial report received GFOA's highest recognition. GFOA, obviously, for those who don't know, stands for Government Finance Officers Association. So we received their Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. It is the highest designation recognition that a governmental entity can receive. So I'm pleased to announce we did receive it for our previous fiscal year comprehensive report. And then in your packet, the award letter, Certificate of Achievement, and Award of Financial Reporting is included. And then I will be speaking about the budget when we do get to that part of it. Other than that, that kind of sums up my report. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Congratulations, yeah.
And now she's going to jump right back into audit.
I like it though.
All right, so now I think we're ready, if there's no questions, to go into the recreation report. And Jenny, you're going to cover that this evening?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm happy to answer any questions on the rec report. I do want to point out Katie Wagner's wonderful marketing, the hopscotch that's going to be in the park on the pavement. So these, you'll see these in our parks, and they're sponsors, so people sponsor. So I think it's fantastic.
So where does that go? Like,
It's going to go on the pathways. It's
like on the asphalt?
yeah.
When do those get installed?
Hopscotch as
Yeah.
a kid,
Right.
so that put a smile on my face when I saw that.
Yeah. So, and the,
And actually, as an adult, I still love hopscotch.
well, now you can do it.
Oh my god, it's really good.
So, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
When do those go in, just out of curiosity?
I don't know. We'll
Okay.
let you know. So, but
so-
sometime this summer.
So I did see the tween egg hunt.
Yes.
That looked like a big success. I was walking by, I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of people up there.
Yes, that's a popular one.
That was cool. And then on the games, you're thinking, are these definitely going to be offered, the soccer, tennis, volleyball, and taekwondo, or is that in the works on the first subject?
The athletics.
Yep.
Which bullet point are you
Oh,
looking
actually,
at?
it was not that one. It was
The first bullet point you're looking at
the
there.
third one. You're looking at in-house athletic with
Those are going.
They're on.
Yes,
and when do they start?
they will start this summer.
Okay.
So yes, and the flag football league, the enrollment is going very well. So we're excited about that. So yes, Liam, our new athletic super, well, he's not that new anymore. He's been here for quite some time. Almost a year, yeah. And he's been doing a great job with coming up with new programs and driving different
And you have the
activities.
staff, the coaches and such.
Yep. So,
Any further questions? All right, if there's none, we'll turn to Larry for the update on park maintenance. I know it's a busy season for you. Things are starting up again.
Yeah, we're getting there. I have one big update Wednesday, starting at 7 a.m. We're gonna have an herbicide application at Gordon, Sedgwick, Gilbert, and Denning. It'll take about half a day, and about 30 minutes to an hour for the application to dry up. So afternoon, morning of the next day, it's good to go up. And I can answer any questions.
Will the herbicide application, I know you're notifying the public that's here today, but will there be signage?
There will be flags out, and Katie made an announcement on social media, and we have updated SDS and labels online as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right. If there are no other questions, we will move forward with the action items. Let's start with action item 5.1, discussion and/or approval of ordinance 02502, the combined annual budget and appropriation ordinance for the Park District of Grange fiscal year 2025-2026.
I am going to pass this to Jamie.
So I just wanted to talk, we presented the budget draft at our last board meeting, March 10th. After the draft was presented to the board and the community, the staff did find a few items that required adjustment, so I just want to go through those. So firstly, preserve the integrity of the roof at the rec center. We have added in preventative maintenance. So that increased Fund 1 and 13 by $4,000 each. That is to kind of extend the life. We have partial roof replacement slated in, as I presented last meeting, for part of the rec center, but this preventative maintenance will get us a longer lifespan and kind of slate those bigger capital projects accordingly in the next couple of years. And then we also increased Fund 1 by $5,000 to subscription expenses, and that will help streamline tasks and improve efficiency for our staff. And then we also added $10,000 to contingencies for Fund 11, which is the fitness center. We want to make sure that we continue to offer exceptional quality of equipment to our fitness members. So our equipment is aging, so we just wanted to slate in a little more money, in case equipment goes down or needs replacing. So we did feel that increasing that would be beneficial. And then lastly, we have, not lastly, sorry. It was the last on that page. So with camp enrollment, we did see a big turnout of participants wanting to enroll. So to accommodate the needs, we did increase the participant capacity at 2 of our camps, Trailblazers and Quest. Also during this process, we uncovered that 1 week of camp wages was not accounted for. We thought camp was going a duration of weeks and it was 1 week longer. So we made those adjustments. So increasing the enrollment at the 2 camps led to an increased revenue for camp of $21,280. And then to counteract the week of wages that were not accounted for originally, the wage expenses increased by $19,300. And then we also added $35,000 for Fund 36, which is our capital for contingencies. $25,000 of that is for community survey, which will help ensure our programs align with the needs of the community. We do feel like that is important to make sure we're providing what the community would like. So, you know, an undertaking of that would take about $25,000. We've gotten several quotes. Jenny has met with a couple different entities that provide those services, so we feel $25,000 is an appropriate amount budgeted for that expense. And then $10,000 is to explore the feasibility of converting the existing concession stand space into a private unisex locker room for fitness members. So we're just kind of looking to enhance the overall experience for people in the fitness center, and the concession stand right now is in not utilized space. So that would be to explore the option of converting that over. And then I just kind of wanted to note, my last point on here in the memo is number 6. Due to receiving materials, we have to roll the HVAC project into the next fiscal year, 2025-2026, because there's just been delays in obtaining all the materials necessary. And then OSLAD expenses have been adjusted to reflect what we've already expended out. We did receive some expenditures so that we've paid out since the last time I had presented. So those expenses have been adjusted, so you'll see that in the budget as well.
Can you help me? I can't picture where this concession area is. I probably walked past it a million times.
The gym space, it's right to the right. It has like a half roll-up window.
So I'm picturing the lockers on one side.
Not in the fitness center.
No, not in the fitness center, before you enter the gym, like before you enter.
Before you go through the glass doors.
Across from the baseball?
Right to the
Right to the left.
left of the baseball. White Sox.
Oh,
So like when
okay.
you enter the building, like when you hit the open space,
Yes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go straight into the
The
gym,
main
the
gym.
walking track.
Yeah.
It's right to the right of the glass doors.
Doors, okay.
Has that ever been used for public?
It used to be, is my understanding.
Pre-COVID is what I was hearing from Kevin when I was inquiring about why it was there when I first
Because I
came
don't
out.
remember ever seeing it open.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it's been several years since it's
So I mean, it is right now kind of just a catch-all space and not really utilized at all. So looking at and transforming the space that we already have into something that could be beneficial and, you know, used with our fitness members, I feel like is something worth exploring, which is why we put the funds in for that.
Is there any income generating possibility for that space? I can't picture it, but is it something like in LA Fitness, they, for example, have like smoothie bars? Like, is that something that the fitness participants would want? Certainly that involves seeking that out, but is that, since we have no plan for that space right now and we're exploring what to do with it, is that even a feasible possibility?
doing something for revenue generating.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
yeah.
obviously you'd have to staff it or
Right.
lease it out. But
It's, and Mike, you might know better, but it's been my experience in fitness that smoothie bars normally don't make it.
Okay.
Because you have waste, like Mariano's has one, but that's great because they use all the fruit
Right,
that
okay.
is there. So having to have all the supplies and ingredients, there's going to be waste. Again, staffing it. If we were going to look into something for revenue generating, I think it might be something else. We could absolutely do that, but we are receiving a demand for more privacy in our locker rooms. And if you've never been in our locker rooms, there's not a lot of privacy. There's the shower stalls that have sliding, just plastic curtains, and the stalls, the bathroom stalls, but there's no changing area. And so we've really seen a demand for that, for privacy. So we'd like to kind of explore that option. We don't know that we're going to do it. I mean, when you're talking moving walls and installing showers, it's a significant cost. But we do feel with the request, and the fitness center is a significant revenue generating facility, we do want to try to explore this before maybe that.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks
So-
for that answer.
Yes.
I have a question about the survey. So the survey, $25,000. So the surveys, they're, from what I remember when we were doing the referendum, they're not, there's not a lot of turnout or the numbers. Will this give us, I mean, what's your experience with that? Are we gonna get a ton of feedback?
So,
Change our programming?
well, and it's, the survey, we just want to get it in there because we do feel right now we're trying to hit our stride with recreation. We've kind of had a lot of programs. We've tried programs, they're not running. So we really want to understand what the community wants. We can try first to do one internally ourselves, but it won't be a statistically validated survey. So this survey would be sent out to a random number of residents, and each, I spoke with 2 firms, and they both would have a certain amount. You pay more for the more surveys you want returned, but like a minimum of 300 or 400 surveys would be returned. And then there would also be an online option. So they do guarantee you a certain number of the statistically validated surveys. So that's what we were looking at. Again, it's something we just started exploring as some of our programs have been decreasing. So we really do want to understand what the community is looking for. We are going to start with first our CMP. We have been looking through that survey, but again, that it's hard to believe, but that's already 4 years old. So, it's time to kind of do it again, do it regularly. So we do anticipate to get the surveys back. I know people don't come to the meetings, but if you can get the survey out to them, they do complete the surveys. For our comprehensive master plan, we had over 1,000 surveys returned. They weren't all the statistically valid surveys, but it was a wide range.
Thank you.
So.
All right, further questions? Jamie, anything else you wanted to highlight, or have we covered all the bases?
No, that's pretty much it.
So I think we're looking for a motion to approve this ordinance 02502 for fiscal year 2025, 2026.
Second.
Okay. So that was Weber Posey. And I do just want to state before we go through this voting that you're approving the operating and capital. Okay, so Commissioner Weber,
Yes.
Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
Commissioner Veer,
Yes.
President Open.
Yes. All right, now I understand we want to do 5.3 first, correct?
If we can,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's change the agenda item order here slightly, and we'll do 5.3 discussion and/or approval of policy section 820 employee classification and compensation plan.
I apologize. So this is going to start on page 129, and then we'll flip back. Jamie and I had been looking through, and this has been something that we've been talking about for a while. So when I first stepped in, we did change from, we just kind of had salary ranges for each job, and then we changed it to a grade system. And we've been struggling. We have park maintenance 1 and 2. So if you look at the red line version, we had park 1 and 2 kind of merged together in grade 1. And we've been trying to figure out how we can separate it, because you need to make a district function, you need park maintenance 1 and you need park maintenance 2. And those park maintenance 2 are more specialized and have certifications. We have some staff who've been with the district for a long time, who are still park 1, but are maybe making the salary of a park 2. So we really need to meet all of our needs. We need people to step up to be the park 2. So we really want to separate it out. So we have a park 1 and a park 2. That is the main change within this. So we do have a few people who will fall in the park maintenance 1, grade 1, who their salary will be capped. But they have the opportunity to move to a grade 2, a park maintenance 2, by obtaining a certification. And that's going to be within their goals. And they will receive a bonus. Instead of receiving a merit increase on their salary, it will be a one-time bonus. So their salary is capped, but obviously they'll still be compensated for their services. But we really do need, like right now, we only have Larry who can spray, and we need more people who can spray within our parks or hit some of that needs. Or we need a park certified park playground inspector. these are some of the pinpoints where we need these staff to kind of improve. So that's really the major change. The other changes are just going to be kind of changing some of the names, like we transitioned the facility and rental supervisor to a facility and operations supervisor. We changed the finance and accounting specialist to an HR and administrative coordinator. So some of these are just title changes, but they remain within the same grade. I'm happy to answer any questions. Jamie, do you have anything to add?
No.
Just for my understanding, when you talk about these certifications, what type of effort and or cost is typically involved in that process?
The pesticide is very nominal.
Yeah, it's like $70.
Yeah, and there's a book, and Larry would obviously help them study, but they would be able to study during work hours, and so it's not a large time commitment, and it would be during work hours.
So these are largely self-guided certifications? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, the pesticide has a class. They go to a class. It's a half-day class.
We all have a class, like the CPSI's got a class, pesticides have a class, CPO's got a class. And they're all about 2 to 3 days with the exam.
So very achievable in your view? Okay. Thank you.
And then one of the other things we'd like to change, is we'd like to move it to section 200, which is our personnel policy. Right now it's in section 800 at 820, which is other policies. So we're trying to streamline as we change some of these policies to get them where they belong, so we don't have all these extra sections. I'm happy to answer any questions.
I'm good.
If there's, yeah, I'm looking for a motion to approve at this
I
point.
move to approve the recommendation to, actually, I move to approve policy section 820 employee classification and compensation plan as presented.
Second that.
Okay. Commissioner Posey?
Yes.
Commissioner Weber?
Yes.
Commissioner Veer?
Yes.
President Open?
Yes. Okay, now we'll go back to 5.2, discussion and approval of the referendum project purchases. Shelters, multiple goals, Rotary Park Playground, Spring Park Playground.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
So the shelters, you've seen them all. So the community center is the pergola. Rotary and Spring are going to be the same shelter that was at Wyola. So they'll all be the same color and same style. And then Gilbert is just a little bit bigger, but again, it'll be that brown color. And then Gordon is for the band shell. For the multi-goals, it's for the community center and Gilbert Park. So those total $42,226. And then the playgrounds, which were chosen and approved by the board, now we have the actual cost. So Little Tykes is $121,402 for Spring Park, and the Burke for Rotary Park is $91,152. So I did put in all the invoices there for you to see. But again, all these items were approved by the board previously. Now we just have the final costs. And they're through co-op. They're all through co-op. So.
And these costs are still kind of on budget from where we were in the planning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're at a sweet spot right now.
So in terms of, like, have these been manufactured? Are they here in the United States? Do we have any concerns about delivery?
No, that's why we want to approve them now, so we can get them moving. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and we went out to bid today. The bid opened for Group A, which again is good timing. And I mean, I should say, I think it's good timing, but they could adjust their prices based on potential tariffs. So we'll just have to see what the bids come in. But we're right in, I think, a sweet spot with the administration pushing back those tariffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be looking for a motion for approval.
Can I say it and then you can say so moved?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
I love that.
Looking for a motion for the shelters at Community Park, Gilbert Park, Gordon Park, Rotary Park, and Spring Park for the total of $355,420. The Common Multi-Goals at Community Center Park and Gilbert Park for the total amount of $42,226. And the playgrounds at Spring Park, Little Tykes, and Rotary Park Burke in the amount of $212,554,000. Perfect.
Second.
Commissioner Weber?
Yes.
Commissioner Posey?
Yes.
Commissioner Veer?
Yes.
President Open.
Yes. We'll move to 5.4, discussion and/or approval of the deletion of policy 272, COVID-19 safety in the workplace policy.
Do I have to say anything? As you know, the CDC has changed. We came across this policy. Jamie pointed it out. I'm like, oh, we probably don't need that anymore. We still obviously take safety precautions, but we would like to remove this policy as there are some things in the policy that are dated now with the change in times.
Was it difficult to put this policy in place?
This one, no, it wasn't. We didn't, it was pretty general. So we kind of got it through.
So I'd be looking for a motion to delete policy 272.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Veer,
Yes.
Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
Commissioner Weber,
Yes.
President Open.
Yes. 5.5, discussion and/or approval of the temporary access license agreement with Maglux Construction and Restoration LLC regarding Stone Park.
So the village actually reached out for us on behalf of Maglux Construction and Restoration LLC, asking if they could access our property. Larry went and looked at what they were doing and talked to them. We didn't feel it was that big of an inconvenience. We wanted to be good neighbors. They are building a home there. So we have put this together. We did require them to pay for our legal fees to review the agreement. So this agreement has been reviewed by Ansel Glink, by Dirk Price. And so they would have to pay $300 and then $10 for the undertaking. So again, we would be looking for approval, and so they could start their project. I'm happy to answer any questions.
So how long will they be needing this?
They said at 30 days, but they don't think it'll take that long.
And where are they hauling over it?
Larry, what are they hauling over it?
I think it's, I don't
I have it in the,
know, drainage, just pipe, I think it's one of those guys.
I think it was drainage too. I can double check here. Yeah, they put the foundation in, so now they can't access it.
Smart.
So again,
And they're trying to access this parcel here.
No, the same parcel.
this-
the one next to it,
Okay.
that's what they'll use. The red is the access area they'll use of our property.
Okay, so this is not an accurate aerial because there's something there.
There's something there. There's a foundation poured,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
I think they needed to put a water retention unit or something.
yeah.
It sounded like a vault or something.
And why did the village let them go that wide? Is I guess a question. Or I guess they have a driveway. They were gonna damage it by going over it or something. Is that right?
On the other side, yeah.
So they want to damage our property instead.
Yeah,
They do not have sufficient space to evacuate for the dissipation system.
So I would like them to put a little maybe bushes or small trees, because I know when we were at the opening of that, the neighbors were all asking for more, because that lot was actually had a lot of trees,
Okay.
and the neighbors were a little disappointed.
Can we ask them for a donation for trees so
That'd
we
be
can
awesome.
put them in
Yeah.
where we want?
Yeah.
Is there a dollar amount anybody's thinking of?
Or bushes, whatever.
I don't know how much trees.
The E-range.
Yeah. I don't know, that's just a suggestion, and I'm not gonna
Okay,
require it, but if the neighbors wanted something anyway,
Sure.
they're upset, and then are we putting a fence up, or are they putting a fence up?
there was a fence. Did they take the
There is a
fence down?
there.
Yeah, there is a
They
fence.
would handle it. We wouldn't be doing anything.
Do we own the fence, or do they?
Good question.
I don't know.
I don't know that we know that answer. It may be ours. I'd have to go look at it.
Okay.
But they will repair, the agreement says that they will repair it, so it must be ours. Says that they will repair it as is.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, is that too big of an ask, or?
I don't think it's unrealistic to ask for a small
And
donation.
actually, I don't
for
think
a
the
few
owner should
hundred.
pay for it. I think that the construction management company should pay for
Sure.
it.
So they are paying,
That's off the side, that's not on.
They're gonna pass it on to the owner.
what,
Yeah, right.
Rose, help me out here. Cost for trees.
You know, a lot of times the village puts like a $10,000 on like stormwater, those kind of prices.
Yeah.
I mean, trees are, how many years to grow that tree?
I know.
You know?
No, I'll take that.
No, but to buy one from a nursery,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
know, but you know what I'm saying, you're not even really, yeah, so,
Maybe
Those are
500
just
bucks a
like-
tree.
yeah.
500.
500 a tree, so 3 trees, so 1,500?
That seems, I don't know, just 400 maybe?
400?
500?
Okay, we'll do 500. How about that?
Fine.
See, that's me.
500 plus the 300. And then just,
Am I pushing too hard, you guys? Talk to me.
No, I think, yeah, I think
they're between a rock and a hard place.
Literally.
$500 is going to be cheaper
they're
than
between
fixing
a
the
park
driveway.
and a hurt.
Park. I go,
We just finished the park, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the part that I.
Yeah.
Yeah. And wait, and-
And we are working on getting the rain garden installed.
Yeah.
So we did order the plants and that's going to be happening too.
So
So,
they're not gonna be going over the rain garden?
no,
Okay.
no.
So they're gonna be there for 1 month, and they're gonna leave it as they can.
Yeah, and we put in here the turf requirements, so we did, Exhibit B is, kind of what we required to make sure they leave it in good condition.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying. 300 seems
That's fine.
like,
Something, oh, too low?
no, I mean.
That's just a lawyer.
That was just a
It's
Dirk's
just the
fee.
attorney fee, the staff has
Mhm.
gone through analysis, like, it's cost more than
The
the
time.
$300.
Yeah.
Because you had to call, and you had to think about it, and you had to take a look,
Mhm.
and we still don't know who owns the fence, and so I would be more in favor, and I'm wearing my park board hat here, by the way. I'd be more in favor of increasing the fee for the license and just incorporate, so
If we wanted
same
to.
amount, just keep it simple, instead of asking for a donation and then they have to haggle back and
Right.
forth. I would be more in favor of just keeping it simple and saying, okay, we want $1,000 or $850 or whatever the
Okay.
math turns out to be.
Then they don't have to change a contract.
And they don't have to change the contract other
Then
than
the number.
The fee.
$300.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do agree with you. It seems like, how could you not see that, right? Like, it's a brand new park. There's literally nothing
Yeah.
there.
Right.
It could not have been more easy. And also, like, they should have, still getting started. But yes, I would say that makes more logical sense to just build it in right from the start.
So do $1,000?
Sure.
Okay. We will do that.
Okay.
I still need a motion.
So I hear we need a motion to approve the temporary access license agreement with Maglux Construction and Restoration LLC, including an amendment to increase the cost from $300 to $1,000.
No. So
Right?
my understanding was we're keeping the $300 lawyer fee and increasing the other one to
The
$1,000.
$10 fee to $1,000?
Yeah, maybe I misunderstood
Where's
that.
the $10 fee?
It's on page
so-
Oh, that's the
138.
consideration, $10.
Yeah.
So do we want to increase the
I was
consideration?
thinking like the all-in was 1,000.
So that'd be 700.
700.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
So,
approve the contract with the amendment that the consideration fee is increased to $700.
Okay.
Can I get a motion?
Oh, so moved.
Second?
Second.
And they could appreciate a nice tree on their side anyway. It's right next to it.
Okay. Commissioner Veer,
Yes.
Commissioner Weber,
Yes.
Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
Commissioner Open.
Yes.
President Open, sorry.
All right, board business, discussion and/or approval of updated referendum plans.
Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier, we did go, the bid opened today. We'll have those May 6th, so that will be exciting. And then Group B is going out for bid by the end of May is the goal. So a couple things that we've come across as we're going through this. So at Gilbert Park, so number one, the T-ball field naming consolidation. Currently, the Gilbert has two ball fields, Yelnick Field, named after John Yelnick, and Burson Field, named after Robert Burson. While the Gilbert plans, as you know, reduces it down to one T-ball field. So we're recommending that we rename the one field the Burson Yelnick Field. And there are boulders, which I did put in here. You can see on the next page, if you look, there are these two boulders that are kind of large. And there's the dedication. So we could still keep those two boulders by the T-ball field and just get a new sign for the backstop. So that's the first recommendation. And then the park identification signs, if you flip the page again to the pictures. So this says Wyola Park, but this is the park how it is at Gordon Park. It has a tagline of your fun and fitness destination, the logo on the right, and Wyola Park. If you flip the second page, this is what staff is recommending. It's a little cleaner. We've also explored the logo, which is also it's the same size, but we can, if we do ever rebrand, this is what we're thinking about, is possibly rebranding in the future. That logo can be removed and a new one can be replaced. The life of these signs are 15 to 20, 25 years. So this way, if we have that tagline on there and we change it, or we change the logo, we still have the option to change it. So we would recommend the cleaner with just the park name and the logo at the top. The third update is the community garden modification. So if you look at page 150, we are cutting back one row to accommodate a tree. To remove the trees located in the critical root zone. So we're removing 6 garden plats, but we'll still have plenty of garden plats. And then the last recommendation, we just wanted to be very transparent and show the board, as we're going through construction development, we've included the tree removals and replanting plan. Unfortunately, there are some trees that will have to be removed, but if you look at, there's a reason and description, most of them are in poor health as it is, or an invasive species. So we've done our best. For the audience, if you're not looking at it, the total tree removals is 17, and then the proposed plantings is 82. So we are trying to do 4 for every 1 tree. I'm happy to answer any questions.
I love the new park sign.
Good.
I've always felt like the tagline and the font is dated to me. So I do like the modern look. Is there, you mentioned a possible rebranding. Is there any concern about the color?
I don't think so. I don't think we would change our.
It has the blue.
Yeah,
there's no plan to change
It's a
that.
pretty neutral color,
Yeah.
So,
I'm not suggesting that we
Yeah.
change it, I'm just curious if that is part of the rebrand, it seems like
Yeah.
that would be an important consideration.
but please keep in mind, we wouldn't replace the Gordon Park signs at this time.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave those as is.
Okay.
But-
Regarding the T-ball field naming consideration, is there a process to let the families know that there's a consolidation?
So I've started to do a little bit of research. I'm not sure, though, I think, yeah, I have it right
And it
there.
seems like it would be a courtesy, I'm not suggesting
Yeah.
that they have any
No.
input in it. I don't think that would be appropriate.
Yeah, I did find Sally Burson, who I believe is the wife, and she passed in 2023, found in the obituary. So then I have to find, and then I did find Joyce Yelnick. I kind of wanted to get direction from the board before, but I have already started to do a little bit of research on that. And yes, we would absolutely contact them if we can find
we can
them.
find them.
Yes.
So I know Jack Yelnick, the son.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Burson. So
So we're-
Burson and Yelnick were around when I was in high school here. Long time coaches, teachers, and all.
Yeah.
All good people, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been in touch with Burson in a long time, but
Okay.
yeah, Yelnick I know.
Okay. So yeah, we would.
I think it'd be fine with something like that.
Yeah. Another option would be, we talked about potentially, a tree, but we felt like keeping it as a field.
Until you have another name.
We're gonna need a policy.
So,
That's right, we never did that.
Are you looking for a motion?
I am looking for a motion. So the motion would be, consolidation of naming the field to the Burson Yelnick Field at Gilbert Park, choosing the modern version with the park only name on the park identification signs, removing 6 garden plots from the Denning Park plan, and acknowledgement of the tree removals and replanting plan.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
Commissioner Veer,
Yes.
Commissioner Weber? Yes. Oh, President Opit.
Yes.
Hesitation, or did you want to say something?
No, I don't. I just said, no, I'm good.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 6.2, discussion and/or approval of professional service proposal with White and Company to apply for 2026 OSLAD grant.
All right, so we're going to keep trying. So this is a proposal to kind of do a phase 2 concept. So the OSLAD grants will open here in July. I don't know, they haven't announced the amount yet. I think it might be decreased to $400,000, which was in past years. But we'd like to try to apply for another OSLAD grant. We think we have a good opportunity. We could do some stuff, add some amenities at Sedgwick. So again, it'd kind of be a phase 2. We could enhance the playground equipment, which is the play environment. We could actually put in a true soccer field, like make that an 11 by 11, grade it and make it real nice over by the tennis courts. There also might be opportunities to grade the area over by the basketball, the multi-sport court that's going over by East Avenue. We could put in a shelter. We can enhance those park games, bago, ping pong, or bocce over by the preschool building, and then a pollinator garden and landscape and green infrastructure is also opportunities. So we do feel, again, like we have an opportunity to apply. White and Company's fee is, $16,500. So we would spend that money to obtain, hopefully, a $400,000 grant.
Maybe permeable pavers could be part of that?
There are not permeable pavers because that part will be done already. So, and permeable paver, a parking lot is not something that an OSLAD grant would approve. That would be something we would want to look through more MWRD or a park grant, which isn't available at this time.
But, I mean, It looks like the landscape green architecture is trying to take into consideration some of that too, though.
Yeah.
So when you say put in a real soccer field, that is a real soccer field, isn't it?
It's not graded.
No, what I'm saying
I'm
is,
sure his ears perked up.
but the size is right.
The size is right, but we would really kind of dedicate, right now it's kind of just
It needs
open
work.
green space.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would look at really, doing the grading, drainage, different things
So
like
if
that.
so this is due September 30th, they announce it in December, correct?
Yes,
And then you have a year and a half,
2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
if
would
we're
go-
getting the work done in '26 for the referendum, can you coincide that?
It depends. It depends on IDNR, how quickly they get the grants out. This year they got them out early,
Yeah.
last year they didn't. And then it's just going to be dependent on where we are within the project. The goal would be to try to tie them together, but we would try to do that, but if we couldn't, it would be just 2 phases.
And where do you think about the shelter? Where's that going to be?
We talked about by the playground, perhaps somewhere over there next to it hasn't been defined yet. We need to look at the plans and see where the best place would
Well, I
be.
like most of the stuff. And the playground's not that old, is it?
The playground's not that old. I think it's 2013, but we can do an expansion on it or add, like we talked about, maybe doing some, they have like ninja type playgrounds.
They're awesome.
Yeah, so maybe doing
How do you
something.
know about Ninja?
Oh, I take my kids to Schaumburg to go do a
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior course. They're
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're neat.
They
They're
got ones
neat.
with timers.
Uh-huh.
They're really cool.
Yeah, so looking at maybe doing
Oh, yeah.
something a little different.
Okay.
But so that playground would stay, it wouldn't be replaced because it's not past its useful life.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so $16,500
Mm-hmm.
to submit an application to a grant that we've already won twice
Mm-hmm.
in a row. I guess and if we're not awarded the grant, then we're out $16,500,
Yeah.
right? So I do have some concerns about the odds of us getting this. Also, I'm concerned about the budget in Springfield and if that is realistic given how uncertain it is.
the OSLAD grants?
Yeah. Do we have any information or any intel, I guess, from Springfield if they're even going to have OSLAD grants, depending on.
Well, if we approve this and there's no OSLAD grants, that we wouldn't pay. Like,
Well, I understand
Yeah.
that, but if there's no OSLAD grant, we're still, if that's the case, then we're out, we're rolling the dice on the $16,500 investment. If we don't use that amount now, I guess I'm evaluating what's the risk that we end up with a nice application that doesn't get us anywhere.
well, we'd also receive the park plan. So it would help us further our planning process. So
Okay.
it's not like we're completely out.
So we're
if we,
not burning $16,000.
No, we would
Either way,
still
it's part
have-
of the process. Okay.
Right. And the plan, if you look, the project understanding and phase and master plan is $10,000. The grant preparation is $6,500. So really you're looking at being out $6,500 and then we can add these items into our budget in our
Okay.
capital plan.
Okay.
But that's still asking for $200,000 or $400,000 on our part.
Right.
So you're still spending $10,000, hoping we have the $400,000 available to do these things.
We'll have. Right, Jamie?
Yeah.
We've already talked about that.
But then if it costs $800,000, that means we need $800,000.
Well, we give the White a budget. We say our budget is $400,000.
Yeah, just because the award goes out for a maximum dollar amount, doesn't mean we have to put out a plan that is that max threshold.
Right.
So let's say, IDNR comes out and it says, a matching contribution max is 800,000. Doesn't mean we have to put out a proposal that encapsulates 800,000. We could still put forth a 400,000.
Right,
then
probably we
we-
want to maximize as much as possible. So what I'm getting at is, let's say we do it for $700,000. So we have $350,000 of our money, right, and $350,000 of theirs. So we're looking at a budget of $700,000, and we put the proposal in, and we're still like looking at 700,000 cost.
Right.
And we only have 350,000 budgeted.
Yeah, we're committing to.
Yeah, I guess my biggest question is, why do we want to do this month if we're needed for September?
Well, because you'd have to start kind of the planning process.
I mean, we've done it much later, though.
What's that?
We've done these proposals much later.
We can approve it next month if you want time to think about it. We don't have to. I would say June would probably be the latest we could do. I need to ask White if we can use some of the public meetings that we've had, or we have to have public meetings. So there's stages you have to go through.
And how many times has a park district been approved 3 times in a row?
Many times.
Really?
I'd like to think about it more.
That's fine. We can bring it back next month.
Do we want to table this and then bring it back?
I would.
It's not going to pass with two of
So
them.
you wanna make a motion to table it?
Anyway, I'm fine with that.
I make a motion to table this for more investigation.
Okay. All
I'll second that.
right, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay.
Bless you.
All right, so we'll table that.
Okay.
Let's see, where are we? 6.3. Oh, discussion and or approval of energy procurement. Prices are going up.
Actually, again, we've hit a sweet spot. So we've been working with Nania, Jamie and I. We've met with them several times over the past few months. And we do feel like this might be a good time to lock in. Hang on, I do need to find my notes for this one. There they are. Okay, so every June there's an auction for capacity, which capacity is to ensure sufficient generation is available to meet they can meet the electric demand. So last June. So it's always for the following year. So last June, it went from 28 MWH to 269 MWH. So that's effective for this June of 2025. So our bill is going to be going up quite a bit. Capacity is approximately 27% of our bill. We have factored this into our budget. And so now this upcoming June, there's going to be another auction for capacity, and they are anticipating it to go up again. So the current proposal that we are looking at, you have two different pages, right? The first page is a fixed, you see it says pass through. About
these two, right?
Yes. So about halfway through the page in the middle of the left-hand one, it says pass through. So you'll notice the significant difference in the 12-month to the one on the right. So 12 months is 0.5 cents, whereas the 12-month on the right is 0.8 cents. Okay? 0.08 cents. The difference is we're recommending that we pass through capacity and transmission, which are items that are continuing to rise because when they do these pricing proposals, these companies like Constellation and Direct Energy, they put a premium on the capacity and transmission. So by doing a pass-through, you'll get a lower rate on locking it in, and then you pay the true cost of the capacity and transmission. So this is what Nania is recommending in our research and kind of looking through it. We agree with it. We are looking to just kind of lock in at the 3 month right now, 36 months at the 0.051390. Keep in mind, we're looking for a wiggle room of about 5%. As the market changes, these rates change. So if we go back tomorrow, it may not be exactly the 0.051390. I know it's a lot. They are predicting it to be a hot summer, and then the capacity keeps going up because of, electric vehicles, electrification, data centers, even AI is kind of pressuring that price up. So again, I'm happy to answer any questions. I know this can be a little bit confusing.
So the fixed is 0.08 or 0.09, Is that right?
For 12 months, yep.
12 months, or actually goes down over time. And the past due, what is, so that's, you're saying the price is passing through, we're at 0.05, and what's the extra cost coming from? And how does that?
So it'd be for the capacity and transmission. So your bill is composed of 5 different components, and capacity and transmission are 2 of them. So,
So you're just locking in those 2? But this
no,
is a lot.
we're not locking in those 2. We're passing those through.
So these 2 are passed through, and then the other ones are locked in?
Yes. Yes, that's correct. Because those are the most volatile right now. And so it could go down, it could go up, but this way we're at least paying the true cost and we're not paying a premium on what constellation or direct. It'll be about 3 cents. But if it goes down and we lock in, then we're paying more than we should be. And we'd like to lock it in sooner than later because once this next bid happens, or auction, in June, we do anticipate pricing going up even more.
The transmission pricing or the
Capacity.
capacity?
There's going to be another auction on capacity in June, for June of 2026. So they do it a year before.
Right.
How often can you lock in, and is it just once a year you're telling me that they can lock in on the price?
For capacity, yeah, for us. So the auction is every June for capacity.
But not, so you're saying the variable part, the volatile part, if we did lock it, it would be 0.08 or 0.09?
That's the fixed rate.
That's a fixed rate. We're not fixing the rate, and we're doing 0.05 just for capacity and transmission.
Yeah, we recommend the 36-month passing through capacity and transmission at 0.051390 with a 5% variance based on what the market is at tomorrow. I talked to Mike today, Nania today, and he said that it was going up into the holiday, but it's been down a little bit today.
No, everything was down today. And what's the advantage of 36 months versus 12 or 24, or
We believe it's just going to continue to increase.
Michael 48?
We can't. 3 years. Park code. I know. I always tell him he shouldn't put that on there.
But we're still winging it on the volatile part.
Correct.
And can we lock that in the future? We can't lock it in for 36 months.
No. Once you're locked into the 36 month with the pass through, we cannot.
So that's kind of a risk, isn't it?
It is, but again, we do feel like it's just going to continue to go up.
Well, that's the risk.
Right. But we could do the 2 year.
No, what I'm getting at is we're locking in.
You're still paying a premium if you go with the fixed. So we're going to be paying the true actual cost.
I understand.
I know what you're saying too.
The actual cost will continue to go up.
Right. But it could go down.
There is that possibility.
So that's why we're passing it through.
So Nadia is a wholesaler?
Yes. Well, they're
a broker.
They're a broker.
Broker?
Yes.
Have we had previous relationships? with them?
Yeah.
What, 4 years? 5 years?
Yeah, we've been using it forever.
A long time.
A long time.
I see all these vendors coming through, I'm wondering how we vet them or how they vet them. But if we've been using them before, then good with that.
He's a local guy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I do trust them, and I have spoken. I have spoken with a few other firms, and I wasn't as happy with just their numbers are very similar. They're getting the same numbers, essentially. And Mike's very responsive, and very attentive whenever we need anything. He's been very helpful.
How are you feeling, Bob? Because I know you had a lot of,
You always have the questions.
you always
about
have the
this.
questions on this one. This is your baby.
Well, I mean, I never saw
The
we never broke
pass-through?
it down like this before, did we?
No.
Yeah.
The pass-through?
So it's
No.
different.
It is different. It is different,
I mean, so we're saying it's 3 cents anyway, right? Right now?
approximately.
So you're gambling, I think you're gambling that it's gonna go down, right?
Right now, well, yeah, but,
Yeah, I get where you're
yeah.
coming
So right now, we're looking at .084, right? With 3 cents added to the .05. Oh, no, we're doing 24, 36. So it'd be .081, basically.
Where are you getting that?
You
I'm
take
doing the
the 36
.051 for
fixed.
36 months, plus you said 3 cents for,
No, so it's the 0.5, not the 0.8. The pass-through is, you're looking at the fixed. 0.083 is the fixed.
But that
no, I said,
includes the. but then-
.051 is the pass-through.
Correct.
Plus we have to add 3 cents for the
Yes.
variable cost.
Yes,
All right, so .081 right now,
yes.
so.
Yeah.
Because before he always wanted us to lock it in, now he doesn't. I guess if
Yeah,
we have a recession, it'll be a good thing.
what's that?
Right.
He said that he felt that the true cost of capacity and transmission is about 2 cents or 2.2 cents. So it's a little bit less.
Oh, so
So
there's a penny less.
yes, so they put a premium in the fixed is what he is advising us.
Yeah, well, they would anyway, because it's guaranteed for 3 years, so.
Right.
So we're probably gonna shave off
It's a,
30% on that
You flip
one.
a coin.
Yeah,
you know,
for the next year. then we'll pay
I
back
trust
the-
Mike, I think he's probably, I hope he's right. I'll go with Mike's advice.
You good?
I'm good. I just want to know the details.
Sure. Okay, so if we're feeling somewhat comfortable with that 36, I would look for a motion, let me get this right, a motion to approve a 36-month pass-through contract valued at 0.051390 with a 5% margin for adjustment if needed based on the day's prices.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Weber,
Yes.
Commissioner Veer, sorry,
Yes.
Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
President Open.
Yes. All right, discussion and/or approval of Wyola Park renovation change, anticipated change order.
So, we've run into, at Wyola, we've been presented with a change order. We're still working out the details. They found, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the foundation. They found a buried foundation near the playground, near 49th, that end of the park. So that has to be removed. We can't leave that in there. It's not very big. It's probably about the same size as the small building over there. But it's underground and we have to remove it. So that is $3,906. So we would ask for an approval for that to remove the underground concrete structure. The other item is additional clay fill material that's needed. So the current material that is there is organic fill, and it's not adequate to work the grade or have the playground or make the playground surface smooth. So we do have to move something in. The quote did come in a little bit high at $135,125. We did try to do some different, White is still evaluating it. We looked at an on-site barrel pit, which is barrel pit. It is actually like taking soil from one area, removing it, taking the clay and putting it over, but that came in at $180,000. So that's not an option. So they're actually going to have a geotech come out and look at the soil. So we don't anticipate it to be over that 135, 125. But they have stopped work because of this. So that's why I'm asking the board for approval up to $150,000, which would include a 5%, 3% administration fee and 2% bond fee. So we do have to pay for that as well. Which comes in, I think, right at about 147 with those two items. Obviously, as soon as I know more information, we just want to try to get the project started. So that's why we're asking for approval. Happy to answer questions.
So we think it was a home foundation?
I don't know if there was another small building, like another warming station. You know that small building over
Yeah.
there now? It's similar size to that.
Okay.
So it wasn't a house. Definitely not a house. It's
Okay.
it's small, but it
I
needs
wasn't
to.
sure where you were going when you said burial.
Oh, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
So,
curious.
yeah, just a small foundation.
Okay.
So the soil thing has nothing to do with the foundation?
No, two separate items. They just found it. It was a bonus.
And what is our play surface again?
Pour and play.
Pardon?
Pour and play. That one is because
What kind of?
that's like Gordon and Denning. Are you familiar? So
Yeah.
and so that we did that because
Rubber.
correct. We are making this an all-inclusive playground, so it has more inclusive features, so it's easier for accessibility. But all the other playgrounds within the referendum are wood chips.
And this is wood chips too, right?
No,
No.
At Viola?
it is now, but
Yeah.
it's changing to pour and
Well, I
play.
understand.
Yes.
But they knew it was wood chips before, didn't they?
Yeah.
So what is the unknown part that they found out as far as the soil composition?
It's just organic fill and they need more clay. So we did shift it a little bit. So the consistency of the soil is not what they need for
It doesn't support the material.
correct.
But they should have known this, shouldn't they?
No.
They didn't know it was,
You can't, I don't think you can, I mean, I'm not,
No. I mean, even we do soil borings, and based on the soil borings, they thought it would be okay, but that's just in certain areas. So the area we're putting it is just too much organic fill. So
it's a bummer.
it definitely is. It definitely is.
Budget-wise, we can handle this change.
Yes.
So will this be a problem at other playgrounds because we've put so much wood chips in there for so many years? Is this going to recur for the other playgrounds?
only if we do a similar, like, playground surface. This is, like, we're putting something new at
Right.
Viola. So, that could be a possibility if we change from wood chip to this other.
Right,
more
and are we doing that at Rotary? No?
All wood chips.
Okay.
At
So,
Gilbert and Spring, all wood chips.
so which ones are we going to have this play surface on?
Just this one.
Just this one.
Okay,
Just this one.
thanks, that's really,
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we were making it an accessible playground.
right, all right,
So-
thanks for clarification.
Yeah.
I move to approve the Wyola Park renovation change order, or anticipated change order.
Second that.
For a value of $150,000,
Not to exceed.
not to
yeah.
exceed $150,000.
Commissioner Posey,
Yes.
Commissioner Weber, Commissioner Veer,
Yes,
President Open.
Yes, all right, we're in the home stretch. Committee reports, any administrative committee reports, 7.1.
who's first?
You, administrative committee,
Just, my,
not comment, committee report.
I understand. I just want to say congratulations on getting the budget through.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, 7.2 parks and facilities. Okay.
No.
All right, nothing on 7.3. This is the second opportunity for public comments tonight. If you'd like to say something, please stand, state your name and your address. I'll open the floor.
Thank you all for all you do.
Name?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Drew McElligott, anyway, so not a Grange resident, but thank you all for all that you do.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
Rose, I saw you wanted to say something.
Hi, Rose Lacy, Stone. Thank you. Yeah, some good conversations, and I hear sustainability being integrated more. I do have a question about the herbicides. Which ones are going to be used?
Game time.
Game time. Okay.
It's new.
Oh, okay, because I was looking on the website just after you mentioned that, like on the Park District website, and there's usually a gentleman here who is very concerned about pesticides and has seen some things that he wasn't, it sounded bad. So it says 3 days usually, so this must be different than the other, on your website it says usually you leave the flags for 3 days, wind conditions have to be right and all that. So this is not applicable because of this.
It will be weather dependent. It dries, they said 30 minutes to an hour it will dry. No mowing for 3 days.
Okay. Yeah, so it did, yeah, okay, just I wasn't sure. So is that under, let me just check real quick under the Game on? Game on, okay, I will check that out, thank you. I'm sad to see the large trees removed. I was worried about this with parking lots and tree roots, like obviously I experienced in my own house with the large trees, so I am a little bit sad about that. I do see there's some native ones that are gonna be planted, so I appreciate that. As for the OSLAD grant, yeah, I guess I didn't hear anything that was super compelling that you were talking about, the desired features that you might be seeking. So again, I think about, does it make sense to apply for it? What is going to be our gain? What is it we really hope to get out of it? And I would like to see the sustainability, like you said, rain gardens, bioswales, native plants, even equipment you can buy that's made from recycled material. So I don't know if you consider that playground equipment and different items. Hopefully no synthetic turf in any way, shape, or form. And energy, I don't know if you've ever looked into community solar or if you're always thinking about efficiency, because that I think that energy is volatile and warming in the summers is something to be concerned about. So I guess I would just urge you to always think about that and ways that you can incorporate that. Thank you.
Thanks, Rose. Any other comments this evening? All right. We'll move to board comments. Anybody like to start this evening?
Congrats to those who won. Welcome back to the board. Congrats to the Park District Financial Dream Team for getting the award, which I'm not remembering, the Governor's Award. Well done on that. And of course, Lynn's not here, but what a great tribute to her, and what an honor to serve on a board with someone that has clearly such dedication to the community, and by having literally every single chair in this room filled with people appreciating her years of public service, that is something really special and a cool thing to witness.
Yeah, thank you to Lynn for her service, and it was great to see everybody come out to support that and her. And thank you, Jamie, for that award. And appreciate all the hard work you guys do. Thank you.
For Lynn, it's been a pleasure serving with her the entire time I've been here so far. A person probably with the biggest heart I know, as far as, especially for the community and the support. I know Brian's dealt with some touchy issues with her, and she's just a very true person, I think. So just want to give her my appreciation. And for the herbicide, the soccer AYSO is here. Make sure that the field users know. I'm not sure if you sent one out. You probably did, but yeah, good. Good job on the award. How many years has it been now for our Park District?
Well over 5.
Good.
I'm sure it's been more, but
This is a trend you can't, ever give up.
I don't like to lose, so I don't foresee that happening.
And as some of the residents here said earlier, the responsiveness of the team has been great. I know, Brian, I think you found a couch on the park. I found a couch left at Sedgwick, and literally within an hour it was gone. So, thank you.
Good team.
Yeah.
Good team.
Wait, can I add one more thing? Sorry. Welcome, Mike.
Good point. Ditto.
I'll keep it short. I also want to just say it's been an honor serving with Lynn. She is one of the most honest people and has really amazing integrity, and we will never forget her. I'm sure she will not fail in continuing to contribute to the community, and I wish her well. And that's all I have. It's been great. All right, there are no executive session items tonight, so I'll be looking for a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. 7:40.